If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Well, hello, all. Welcome to the Josh Show. How's your after the Friday? It's looking pretty warm out there. I can't say the same thing in here. I'm in there in the chilly studio, chilling. I love it. I don't know how it's going out there, but anyway, let's get right to it. Looking back at the offseason, look at the Ravens as a whole. It seems like a pretty while ago that we went across that wide left kick. I was looking at that and I didn't really like that too much. And basically what it comes down to is all the pieces that came in, as a whole, with Suggs going down. We all hit the panic button. I remember where I was at that point in time, and looking at the overall construction of this team from draft to Suggs going down to the construction of the new addition to the receivers. I think the Ravens are looking pretty good this year, and I want to break that down a little bit. Going out like a summer review going into training camp. I know, as just football fans, this 105 degrees. We're looking forward to that 20 degrees in the November wind, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for some snow showers pretty soon. I'm getting pretty sweaty beyond me sitting outside. But anyway, regardless, training camp's upon us, the end of the month. Can't wait. They did a little bit of things this year to revamp that a little bit. What it comes down to is they took that experience away from McDaniel. So I'm not really looking forward to that pretty well. Now, it was a fan experience, but as a whole, they got some open practices for us. Well, let's start off. We had a great draft back in April. Revamping some of the defense, some of the offense. Looking forward to getting those pieces in place, because with the addition of Upshaw, of course, with the downside of our Defensive Player of the Year, Suggs, he went down, and I'm pretty upset about that. As of whole Baltimore, I can hear them all crying, and I was pretty upset about that. And I'm sure you all were. It was a pretty rough pill to swallow, but we'll all get through it. It's always hard to see when one of your own goes down, and like Ray Lewis always input, we're going to get through it. This is the next man up. Pull him right up, and I think Upshaw will be a pretty good piece for us going into the season. And looking at that too, we also signed Jacoby Jones, the bolster of receiving core. And one of those things I wanted to look at is, looking at the upgrade of the weapons. Like Bolden even input, we have the best receiving core since he's been here, and that says a lot. Mason's even seen something of his comments in his retirement interview, or he's even seen that in Flacco, where he's confident that the Ravens get done. I mean, come on, guys. We were one drop pass away from Super Bowl. I mean, if all you remember that, Joe Flacco outplayed Brady. We were right there, and I think with the pieces in place now, going into training camp, I think we can see some things flowing here. I mean, there was a report out on ESPN about the war of offensive lines, Ravens, Steelers, who's young, who's older, who gives a crap? I mean, it's about, let's line up and play football, guys, smash mouth football. They're talking this 150 rule, how they got the offensive line, the average age of, 100, 150, who cares? They say Steelers got the youngest line in AFC North. I don't know about you guys, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to matter come lining up on November 18th. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's just looking like that. We got Bobby Williams, Brian McKinney, we got Michael Orr, we got Marshall Yonda, and of course Matt Burke. He's been in the league for a while, but it looks like the experience side is going to take over the youth side. I think that's what they're comparing to. I mean, you can write notes, you can write books, you can even do a whole TV series on who's going to win what game. But when it comes down to it, look, Ravens, Steelers, come on, guys, it's always World War III when we get together. And I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm not really looking forward to who says what. What personality on ESPN saying something about Flacco, because you know what? I believe in this guy. If you look at the reports, oh, Joe Flacco's overrated. Oh, Joe Flacco's underrated. Oh, he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Well, you know what? I say so what to that. Look at it this way. I know it's a popularity contest like Dancing with the Stars, but I tell you this, with these NFL Top 100, hey, as a fan, I love watching it. I like to see what the other players look at and what the talent is in the NFL and how they rank year to year. But I tell you this right now, as far as regards to Joe Flacco versus Matt Ryan, I'm going to put that baby to rest right now and put it in the crib and say goodnight, because you know what? Joe Flacco's got the stuff. We haven't had a quarterback like this in Baltimore since I was a little tyke in 1996 when this team came here. And I'm pretty excited about that, fans. And, when it comes down to it, I mean, would you rather have an Elvis Grbac? Would you rather have a Kyle Bowler? I hear these fans, this is ridiculous. Like, oh, Joe Flacco threw 3 interceptions, but we still won the game, and they're like crucifying the guy. I mean, give the guy a break. He's out there busting his butt. He gets beaten the chops 2 years ago in week 1. He's right back up at it. I have no shame in that. And, I really just want to go forward with that and say, look, I got Flacco's back. I hope all Baltimore does. And I don't want this to become, something that doesn't, where week to week these fans teeter-totter. They're on the bandwagon one week with this team, and then next week they just taper off and go, oh, well, Flacco's not Tom Brady. I said it looks like these fans aren't happy until we get, 300-yard pass or 3-4 touchdowns. And, this is not fantasy football, guys. This is Baltimore Ravens football. We've been about running and defense, and maybe Ray Lewis is right. Maybe the game has changed. ESPN's talking about it's the NFL airing it out. Are we, going for a pass-happy league? I mean, if you play Madden football, I know all the Madden football fans out there are pretty excited about the game, but is there any defense out there stop it? Yes. They're called the AFC North, the black and blue division. I think we're going to get this done this year, and I'm looking forward to a great football season with the Baltimore Ravens coming up, and, the rest is going to say itself to bed.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.